everyone, welcome to another Good Red review. In this video we are taking a look at some goggles from Wildhorn Outfitters. These are the Roca women's goggles. As you can see, I tested the black lens. So I have ridden these for about a week out on the snow. I've mostly had fair weather as we haven't had too much snow or stormy weather conditions. As far as this lens goes, I feel like I've had the optimal weather to test that out, as I've had mostly sunny, but also sunny, partly cloudy days, and I feel like this lens does really well in those types of conditions. It's good for the full-on sun, but it's also not so blacked out that you can't see if the sun goes behind a cloud or something, so it does well on partly cloudy days as well. I was testing these with my helmet that I'll show you, and then I was also testing it with the Wildhorn Outfitters Drift helmet as well in a size medium. Let's check out some of the features that these goggles offer. So the first feature, probably my favorite feature, is the clip lock goggle lens with magnets. It's pretty easy to take the lens on and off without even looking at it. They have the little clips on the ends here and here. So I'll show you switching out the lens, super easy. Pretty easy. You don't even have to look, and then to put them back on, you just clip them on, you make sure it's in place. And then you flip the side clips down. And then you can see in there it has the magnets around the frame, and then on the frame you get the magnets. So if you're changing these out on the hill or whatever, you don't really need to worry about getting them in the exact right place. You have the magnets that just help them fall right into place. And then once it's kind of sitting correctly in the frame, you just use the sides to flip them down, and then they're on. Some of the other features, and one of the ones that I really like, is this top vent. And I like that it has a vent, but I like that it's covered with this plastic material so that when you are readjusting your goggles, you don't put your finger through the material and end up with a hole on the top of your vent. And then it also has venting on the bottom here. And then the inside comes with triple layer foam around the face. The straps are pretty easily adjustable, and they come with these silicone on the back to keep them in place. It does kind of take a little bit of finagling sometimes. It's not super smooth as a strap would be without the silicone backing, but the silicone backing definitely helps keep it in place if you're wearing it over your helmet, or keep it in place if you're just wearing it over your beanie. So here's a look at the sizing. I'm going to tighten it down here. They have quite a wide lens size as far as how far they wrap around my head, at least. The peripherals are pretty good on these goggles, but they're not very wide this way, they're more wide this way, and so I do see the top and the bottom of the frame. They do have a pretty good fit for a medium frame face, but because of the wider lenses, how they wrap around this way a bit, they don't fit completely underneath the helmet. So I'll show you how it looks with the Wildhorn Drift helmet on. See, when I put it on, because they're a wider lens, it actually pushes the goggles down on my face a bit, and you can see it's not a totally seamless fit underneath the goggles. I think if I had a bigger nose, it might hold them up a bit more. So I do get a bit of pressure kind of pushing down on my nose. Here's a look at them with a Giro size medium helmet on. It fits a little bit better because you can see I have a bit more of a ledge here. I do still get a bit of pressure coming down on my nose. It's not a deal breaker, but I do feel like these are definitely for someone with a medium face, and potentially, like, it would be nice if these came slightly smaller as far as the bridge of the nose goes, because then you won't get smashed. So my face size is somewhere in between a small and a medium. Sometimes the medium size goggles fit me, sometimes they don't, and sometimes I'd rather have a small goggle size. So this one I feel like runs a little bit on the bigger side as far as medium frame goggles, especially in women's sizes. If you are someone who has a smaller frame kind of face, then I would find a goggle that's a little bit smaller than these, just because the bridge of the nose is a bit too big for me. and I'm kind of in that medium small range. And then one thing that these goggles do have is an optically correct spherical lens, so you don't get any distortion when you're wearing them. I do feel like they're a pretty clear lens, and I'm able to see a lot of detail. The lenses that I tested out are their jet black lenses that come with an 8% VLT rating. So they're not extremely dark lenses, and they're not extremely light lenses. They're quite good for a average kind of fair weather day out on the mountain where it's sunny or partly cloudy and you get a little bit of both. They're not really dark, so that if it does get overcast you can still see, and they do a good job at managing the sunlight even on the bright California sun that we have out here. But they do have a variety of different lenses that you can buy with this goggle frame, as well as different goggle strap colors. The other part of this that I really like, because these lenses are a little bit wider than the average goggle that I wear, my glasses actually fit underneath the goggles pretty comfortably. I have my glasses on underneath these goggles, and I'm able to actually wear my glasses if I want to underneath the goggles, which I've never really tried before, but I haven't found a goggle that I'm like comfortable doing that with. And these ones, my glasses actually fit underneath them, which is sweet, because if I'm not feeling like wearing contacts that day, I have the option to wear the glasses under the goggles and still be able to snowboard and see. So that is one cool feature about the goggles being a bit wider. You can see in there, I'll show you, they do fit. The Roca goggles come at a pretty reasonable price. They are $70 full price. So it's a $70 goggle that has features that normally come with a higher end goggle. So they're a really great price for what you get. But yeah, just make sure that they fit your face. If you have a chance to try them on first, that's cool. But if you are a smaller frame person, these are not the right fit for that. But if you have a medium frame face and up, these would be a good fit for that. As far as riding goes, when I was riding, they did not fog on me. Now, I'm not a person that normally deals with fog because I run cold and not hot, especially when I'm out on the hill. But you know, I wore them on multiple days on the hill, on sunny days when it was warm, and the ventilation definitely worked. When it was windy, I could feel the air circulating through the goggles. So I feel like they would hold up pretty well, just because they do have a lot of ventilation to prevent goggle fog when riding. You get the top vents and you get the bottom vents here. So as a look at the Roca women's goggles from Wildhorn Outfitter, if you are looking for the complete write-up and review, you can head over to thegoodride.com to check it out.